Monday. Yesterday was Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day. Ladies, I hope that you had a great Mother's Day and that you got everything that you wanted. Hopefully so. Hopefully so. Happy Monday. Thank you all that actually joined me on the broadcast, and for all of those that are catching the replay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. To my little warm-up chat, and then maybe a minute or two in, get on with the topic. And the topic today, as you all can see, is, what is it? Same page and other. So maybe a lot of and other in this live. Hello, Sheet, we here. How are you? Hello, Tamika Davis. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Thank you for being here, for listening. However it is that you are partaking in this live. So hopefully your wife got everything that she wanted yesterday and today and tomorrow and Thursday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Just for the rest of her life. Hopefully she got everything and gets everything. She just probably like, let's see what happens next month, Father's Day. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I had a great Mother's Day. It was great. It was great. Thank you for joining me. I'm a little out of sorts today, but yeah, I gotta get it all together, Wanda. Get it all together. Ooh. So, same page. 2 minutes in. Same page. Is it hard getting on the same page? And this is mostly if you're married, like getting on the same page with your spouse with regards to pretty much anything. Let's talk about some of the big ticket items. And it's possible that when you come into the relationship, it's a non-factor. Like if neither one of you have children from prior entanglements or prior marriages or anything like that, or just prior situationships. Hello, the Budfires. How are you? So some things are just, it's a non-factor, non-starter, what have you. And then if you put children in the mix, like you have children, if you all come from different religious backgrounds, or one of you don't have any particular religion, don't care for it, etc., how do you manage that? If you want to put your kid in a Christian or biblical type or religious school, and the other parent doesn't want that, they just want them to go to regular school, or they want you to homeschool, all that good stuff. That would be one instance where you may not be on the same page, but getting on the same page, I suspect that will be work. Had a little situation this morning with my husband with regards to, well, hopefully we can get on the same page with regards to the issue. And I hope that we can come to a conclusion by Friday, after we put some thought into it, after we settle down and cool off, for lack of a better phrase. The debate, the conversation didn't get heated or anything, but one that needed to be debated. And yeah, I gave my point or points of view on the issue, and he gave his, and that was it. So I'm gonna do a little thinking with regards to what he said. I did come up with a solution at the time, but I'm going to give it some more thought and go from there. But is it hard to come? Is it hard for us to get on the same page? Is it sometimes that we just want to do it our way and not look at any of the points that the other person is putting forward? Are we that way? Do we think we know it all? Is that possibly the case? Or is it possible that we don't know it all, but maybe we have seen from other people's lived experiences in the past or in the near or recently? And is it possible that we may have done some research on some things? And at present, the law or the laws, if you factored that into it, would say that your line of thinking is a better course of action than the other person's. Because some of these things may involve the law, the way the law is currently structured, the laws that are currently on the books, etc., that may play a factor. And if you're doing something now and then you never go back and look at it, say for instance your will or a trust or something like that, and then the laws change, then in my brain the courts are going to go with the current law. And of course no one had any idea that the law would change or would have needed to change or any of that type of thing at the time that the particular legal document was being drawn up or anything like that. So, very interesting. That's why we have to make sure that we are focused and get as much information as we possibly can. And of course, if it's something legal, get with a lawyer that works in that particular field. Like if it's real estate or financial planning, something or another like that. Make sure that we get the proper type of lawyer for our current situation. That is it. But yeah, back to getting on the same page. It's critical because some things you just never know what is going to happen tomorrow or the next day, which is kind of sort of the part of the issue with regards to my husband and I having I'll just put it, conversation about this thing this morning and trying to get on the same page. You never know what is going to happen, and you have to look at your situation. Like it's just my husband and I. We have an adult daughter. She's elderly, just in case. Just in case you wanted to know. Yeah. So we want to do some planning with regards to assets that we have, etc. All of that good stuff. So that was kind of sort of the gist of it. But yeah, you definitely want to make sure that you get on the same page with regards to, like I said, anything that you have, assets, whether it's real property, money, retirement accounts, all that good stuff, that you have placed them in the proper form. For example, stating who you want to be the beneficiaries of your investment accounts, retirement accounts, etc. Getting a will done, doing trust, whatever the types are. I am not a lawyer, financial planner, or anything of that type, YouTube, so this is just for fun, fun for myself, just for informational purposes. People, of course, as we all know, do your own research. Hello, Lisa J. Stocks. How are you? Thanks so much for being here. Hello, Mutar ID. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Make sure you go check out each other's channels. But yeah. And please make sure that if you have children, whether you are married or not, that you put things into place to make sure that they are taken care of. Of course, if they're under 18, make sure that hopefully you have someone in your life that, like, if, I know people go around and do the godmother, godfather thing type, what have you. But if you do that, make sure that this is the person that you love, you know well, you know their values, you know that they will be a good, for lack of a better word, substitute for you as the mom and the dad. Hopefully they are in the type of family situation, I guess at the time that you designate them as the godmother, godfather, what have you. I'm talking legally if you can do that for guardianship if you die or something or another like that. Yeah, those are things to consider. And also with regards to any type of assets you have currently, if it's just you and your children, would you be designating the godparents, mother or father, as the recipients so that they can take care of your children for you if something was to happen to you? So just a lot of things to consider with regards to that. And of course, we never know when that day will come to where we may be in an accident, get incapacitated somehow, or that's the last day that we see above ground. But yeah, definitely want to make sure that if you are in a situation where it's just the two of us, that you can that you are on the same page. Get on the same page, and then move forward. For a lot of things, you can always go back and change if the situation or situations change in your life. You can always go back and change depending on the type of vehicle that you get. But yeah, getting on the same page is critical. And sometimes we have to put aside our lack of knowledge. If we have very little knowledge on something, we have to put that to the side, get more knowledge. If the other person is putting forth something that seems reasonable, okay, look it up, research it more for your own informational purposes so that you can be in the know. Do that. But you definitely want to make sure that you get on the same page with regards to stuff. Now, you don't want to have assets out here and then the assets end up in the hands of the state or someone probating something for forever, ever, and ever. And then, once again, it's probated and it's being held up in the courts until whatever rules and regulations they have in place. You don't want that for the things that you have worked for. You don't want that. Hello, Cali King 916. How are you? Hello, Lisa. Lisa J. Stocks. How are you? Thank you all so much for being here. You don't want someone else to get the things that you have worked for. So if you're coupled up, married up, got a contract with the state, you want to get that all the way together. I don't know how things work with regards to the common law states, if they recognize common law marriages, etc. But yeah, it doesn't have to be a fight, in my opinion. It's probably more of a knowledge thing. Some or both people are lacking knowledge in a particular area. I think that's probably the number one thing. And then the other part of it is people are just emoting. And makes sense, it's natural. But if we really think about it, while we're emoting, we're not getting anything done with regards to our assets if we have any of those to pass on. And I'm talking like real property here, like a house or houses, office buildings that you own outright, etc., rental property, that type of thing. You know, while you're over there emoting, all of this, nothing is getting done legally. And that is where it's at. That will be the final determining factor, what was written down legally. Other than that, the state in their own good time is going to do whatever it is that they will. So we have to be careful that we don't get caught up in stuff to where we're not benefiting from it. We're just out here letting it go by because we were caught up in our feelings and all this other stuff. It would seem that people would, at some point, be a little bit too old for that type of carrying on. Shalom. Say Weezy. The champ is here. How are you? Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for being here. Shalom. They're going to get you, Tay Weezy. Was saying shalom. Yes. What else is happening here? Same page. Critical. Can we do it? Yes. Yes, we can do it. We can get on the same page. Doesn't have to be hard. Just focus. That was a little financial things interspersed in there also too. And the weekend is over, and hopefully you and your family were able to stay on budget. Beginning of the new week here. As always, watch those pennies so that you can have the money to put towards getting an asset or something or another like that. Yes. Whew. What else is going on? Oh yes, if you have, for some reason, AARP is sending me these magazines, however often they send them to me. And I'm only 29, so I don't know what's going on with that, folks. I don't know what's going on with that. But okay, I'll take it. What have you? They have lots of interesting articles in there. And I found myself reading it. Information is power. Knowledge is power. Yeah. If you have, this is just in general, if you have elderly age, and I know some people may still have a landline, and some of the older folks still may have a landline. That's great. We have to be careful about the scammers that are calling these people on their home phones. Yes, they're doing it on people's cellular phone also. Just to make sure that our loved ones that are up in age aren't getting scammed or anything like that. This has happened to my mom once. And trust, when I found out about it, she got that money back. I called that lawyer's office forever and ever and ever and got back her $1,500, I do believe. I called there every day and kept threatening to take them to the Bar Association in Florida. The Bar Association of Florida. I guess not big bar, but I was going to start with Florida. And she got her money back. I called them every day. Just craziness. So just make sure that if you have a loved one, make sure that, I don't know whether you can get some type of blockers that block out certain numbers. I know they have a do not call registry, something or another like that. Whether that's good or not, I don't know. But nonetheless, you have to be careful that some of our elderly friends, our parents, etc., aren't being caught up in scams. And the next thing you know, they don't have any place to live because, a family, the family was not checking in on them. They just kind of sort of out there by themselves, which is not one, but one good reason why friendships and keeping the energy going in friendships when you have them and good friends and all that stuff is good for your life just in general. But for things like this, people can kind of sort of help each other if there isn't actual family, like their children, their cousins that still live around them, etc., when they get old and they're in their homes and their homes are paid for and all this other stuff, because there are a lot of scammers out there. And not just they're trying to get your home or have you do a reverse mortgage and all this other stuff that call in saying you won the lottery give the bank account number, all this other stuff. We have to be very careful. Hello, Don People. Hello, Mr. Steve. Steve Gilmore YouTube channel. Hello, Don Peoples. Challenging Kitchen. Hello, how are you? Thanks so much for being here. Ooh, just rambling. Make sure you go check out each other's channel. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Go check out Tamika Davis. She has a YouTube channel. She has one video there. Go check her out. And if you like the one video that she has, you will consider subscribing. Go check out Cali King 916. I think he's working on his WHs. Check him out. Ooh, the Bud Files. Yeah, they're over there in them cemeteries and graves. They love it. But go check them out. Check out each other's channel. Mr. Steve at Steve Gilmore YouTube channel. Go check him out. I think he's working on his WHs, and it goes live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and in the afternoons around 4:30 or so. Go check out Mr. Steve Gilmore YouTube channel. Challenging Kitchen has been going live, doing live premieres, etc. For cooking now. Go check out Challenging Kitchen. Go check her out. Go check her out. You are welcome, Challenging Kitchen. You are welcome. I got to get back online today. On the weekends, I take a break somewhat. But yeah, just for my own mental health. And I got stuff to do. Sadly, ironing, washing, drying and ironing. But nonetheless, I did put it off this weekend. But yeah, I got to get back to it when I get back home. Yes, just with regards to the seniors and the scamming and what have you, if you have a mother, father, parents that live close by, don't live close by, or just a family friend, someone that you know, check on them, call to see how they are doing. And if you were someone significant in their life, or what have you, maybe they will share some things with you, and maybe you can cut something off at the pass, etc. Because there are a lot of elderly folks out here, our parents, that just aren't aware of all the stuff that's going on. So help them where you can. What else is happening? I made some notes after my rant. I did look at the news topics. Nothing was of interest to me. Oh, yeah. Nephewtism. Not nepotism, but nephewtism, which is the same thing, but I'm just saying nephewtism because there was an episode of Sanford and Son way back when Esther was entering a beauty contest and Lamont was one of the judges, and Fred was telling him, hey, she's a shoo-in because you're going to pick her to win. And Lamont was like, no. And then he said that would be whatever the opposite of, well, he said that would be nepotism. And Fred said, no, that would be nephewtism because Aunt Esther was his aunt. He was a nephew. But yeah, I'm all for nepotism. Going back a little bit to the financial thing, I'm not going to stay on it too long. But yeah, I'm all for nephewtism, niecetism, grandchildrenism, great-grandchildrenism, husbandism, wifeism. I'm for all that. You got to keep it in the family, folks. You got to keep it in the family. If you got a business going. We see the examples out here. Trump. That's like the only one that comes to my brain, President Trump. And of course, he has other people that aren't in his family, or at least not that we know of. Because these people could be cousins or distant cousins and all this other stuff, and we just not know. And I get it sometimes. The children may not want to get on board with whatever business it is that you have. And that's cool. Just let them know. The will is how you fight back. I'm wrong for that. The will is how you fight back. Okay, you don't want to be on board. That's fine. You can just still work here and not be any part of the family business or the family arrangement that we have after. When I pass it on to whomever it is that I pass it on to, or sell it to before, what have you. People get to make choices, as do the people that have the money and are in control and get to make the rules for themselves and their business. Yeah. I'm not going to come back this way because they're filming their basketball skills. Okay. You're a busy. Oh, someone's a busy lady. Having people start taking advantage of them. Yeah. If you're talking about Challenger Kitchen, if you're talking about people taking advantage of the elderly. Yeah. But yeah, I am all for nepotism, nephewism. If you have a business and you want it to become a family business, then you're bringing on the young ones more sooner than later, based on the type of business that you have, so that they can learn everything that they need to know about business in general and about your business that you have in general, that you want to become a family business. They can learn everything from the ground up. Of course, providing themselves a job within the business, not having to go out here and beg for a job, but trust, if it's mine, you're going to work, and you're going to work harder than that you may have at some other place, because if you want it to keep going on and to serve you after I or the other person has died, then you need to know the full effect of it. Yes. My dad had gone through it. Very sad. Oh, your dad went through a scammer attack and you all didn't know until it was too late. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. But yeah, it's just, they are out here. And trust, when they are not at the point where they can advocate for themselves, that is where they need their children, other good friends, family members in their lives that will be there to actually help. But yeah, I am all for nepotism. Back to the topic, nepotism. Yeah. And we have to look at the environment as it has been for a long time. Not just recently has AI and robots and all this other stuff just popped up. No, it's been going on for quite some time. And if we know that our children aren't going to be entering the STEM fields, and maybe they're in a location where they just have what it is that they have there, you as a parent aren't going to be spending good money after bad to put them in college, get them in college, and you don't want them to have all this type of debt or what have you, and you have a business going, you need to be telling them early on, hey, you can get on board this train, learn all of this stuff. I have a good thing going. We can make it even better. Get on this train. So I am all for nepotism, nepotism, all that good stuff with regards to the family business. And there's more to come on that. This thing is saying low battery. So I am going to get out of here, folks. Thank you all so much for being here. Please hit that like button. Go check out each other's channel. Hello, Mas Gong Drong. Hello, how are you? Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for being here. I do appreciate it. But yeah, please, with our family members, our parents, make sure that we are checking on them. I don't know if you have them on your cell phone family plan, I don't know whether you can do some type of monitoring of the calls or something. I don't know. Maybe it might be a good question to ask your cell phone provider or what have you, because you don't want them getting caught up in something, and then the next thing you know, if they have an asset like a home that's paid for, they're in debt or something or another, and then when you find out about something, it may be too late, which is don't know the issue that Challenging Kitchen had, but she found out too late about whatever the issue was. But yeah, I do appreciate you all being here. I want to end this live before my phone gives out. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I do appreciate it. Just going back through to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Ooh, go check out each other. Thank you so much, Tamika Davis. Tay Weezy, go check him out. He is a gamer over there. Go check out Tay Weezy. Lisa J. Stocks, she's on her fire mission, talking about investing, stocks, all of that good stuff. Sheet We Here, likewise, talking financials, and a whole host of other things. That is Sheet We Here, talking about jobs, having side hustles, building a family business, community, teaching your kids, all this great stuff. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I do appreciate it. I am going to drink me some water and get out of here. Thank you so much. The Bud Files, go check them out. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.